We all get food differently, and I'm going to show you how people in certain parts of Bangladesh get their fish for lunch. Here in America, if you want fish, you can go to a restaurant, fast food joint, maybe go to a grocery store, buy something from the freezer, take it to a microwave it, cook it, however you may cook it. Here, things are done a little bit differently. Okay, so number one, this area that I was in was a little bit of like a village type of area, so you actually have to go like literally fish for your fish before lunch, which is usually a little bit after breakfast. So I'm going to show you guys the process for getting fish if you happen to be in the right village in the right part of Bangladesh. So step number one, find the lake. Okay, now step number two is to throw out a big ass net and get some guys to go bring the net in. Now, as the net is being pulled in by however many guys there are pulling the net, there's going to be someone inside of the net in the water trying to catch any fish they can. So when they do catch a fish, if they can, that is, they're going to pick it up because those things do move pretty quickly. So they're going to pick those things up, as you can see indicated in this picture, and then they're going to throw it. And let me tell you something, I have never done that, and honestly, I don't know if I can, because when you're in the water, in a net that's being pulled in with fish swimming around you in between your feet, and you have to throw this thing that's wiggling and wobbling and doing all sorts of weird dances in your hands at a bucket that is literally higher than you, because we were higher than this guy. Okay, this guy is like, it's kind of like a slope. You have to take that moving thing, that moving fish that's wiggling and it's dying and whatnot. You got to take that thing, you got to throw it at a bucket that's like maybe 10, 15 feet away from you on land, higher than you. And you got to get that thing into the bucket. Has it ever happened? Nope. Those guys missed every single time. I do not blame them. So when that thing does get thrown on land, it will go somewhere, and someone has to go get it and put it in the bucket. And when it does go into the bucket, it will look like this. And then eventually, it's going to get to a point where the net is pulled in so much where the guy who's standing in the water can't even stand inside of the net that is in the water. So he gets out, and then everyone's going to pull the net in closer and closer and closer. Then everyone's going to have to sort through all the garbage that's in a lake. It can be clothing, it can be maybe some tree branches that have fallen from the nearby trees. They sort through all that type of garbage, and then they have to pick up the fish with their hand, put it into a pot, and they just got to sort through all the stuff, all the trash and the fish that they collected with the net. And then another process that the fishermen must go through is to sort through the fish and determine if it is too young to be caught and eaten. Or they're already caught, but, tossed in the pot and then eaten. Now, anyways, the fish in that lake, sometimes they're like brought from the store, and then they're just tossed in there. They breed, and then they produce a crap ton of fish that everyone in that village can catch and eat. Okay, so it's not like that they've always naturally been there. Now, anyways, if the fish is too small to cook and to eat, it's just not worth catching. They just take that thing, they toss it back into the lake, and it will be caught and eaten when the time comes, aka when the fish gets to the right size. And then once all the fish has been sorted through, from the fish being too small to the trash, the tree branches that are present in the lake, believe me, there's a ton of them. I went swimming in that lake, and yes, there's a ton of garbage and whatnot in that lake that shouldn't be eaten. Now, anyways, after all that stuff has been sorted through, they will take a metal pot and they will put the fish into the pot. And there's only so much you can take. Believe me, there is a crap ton of fish in that net and in that lake, and not all of it is gonna be able to fit into a pot. In fact, that lake is designed to feed an entire neighborhood. So we just fill the pot up with what we can, and then the rest of the stuff is just released back into the lake. It's like mission failed. We'll get them next time. You'll be eaten next time by another family, or maybe tomorrow. All right. So after that stuff's done, you just take it, put it into the pot, as you can see in the picture, and that's about it for now. There's just one more step to do. And that one more step is to take the fish out of that metal pot and transfer it to a basket, which is ours. That pot does not belong to us. It belongs to the guys in the village who do that line of work. You see, the net, the pot, it's all theirs. Okay, we just pay them a certain amount of money to do it for us. Okay, anyone can go into that lake and get the fish that they want, but it's easier to just pay them and have them do it for us, since it's a lot more faster. You get more in less time and all that type of stuff, instead of just taking like a fishing pole or whatever and getting them one at a time. Now, anyways, you just take that fish, because usually this is right after breakfast has been consumed. You go back, give it to the servants, okay, because people don't really cook there. It's up to servants to cook, prepare, and serve the food there. You give it to the servants in the kitchen. They'll cook it up for you, and by the time it's lunch, you have a nice I don't even know what type of fish that is, but whatever type of fish that is, you have it cooked just the way you like it, with all the spices and all the stuff in it that you want, because you could tell them to cook it that way. So by the time it's lunchtime, you have a nice meal waiting for you that was caught just a couple of hours earlier, as opposed to in America or something like that, where you go to the grocery store and you get something that's been, caught off of a commercial fishing boat. It's been transported here and there and here and there. It goes into a freezer at the grocery store, goes into a freezer at your house, and then it's cooked. Here it is literally caught just a few hours earlier. There's no freezing involved. It's just caught. It's brought straight to the kitchen, and then it is cooked directly for you, and it will be ready at lunchtime. So it is a very nice process. Yes, I ate whatever type of fish that was, and yes, it did taste very, very good. So this was a little video showing you guys how people just live their lives a little bit differently around the world, and how unique that certain parts of Bangladesh can be. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys.